Welcome to the DCS Situation Report.
Your expected approach time 3-4, approach button 17, the altimeter 2997.
Hello there, and welcome back to the channel. If you're tuning in for the first time, a special welcome. Stick around as we talk about news and information about DCS World and Eagle Dynamics. I'm your host, of course, Prickly Hedgehog, and as always, I do hope this video finds you well wherever you're tuning in from. Obviously, a special spasiba if you are tuning in from the Ukraine. I wish you all the best as you navigate your way through Kremlin aggression right now. This week it's all about the upcoming SimFest sale and the successful release of the AH-64D Apache, one of the finest new full-fidelity modules from Eagle Dynamics. Well, let's start, of course, though, with the usual housekeeping news involving an upcoming sale beginning on March 28th and flowing through to April 4th, the SimFest sale it's known as. There are a swag of modules and, of course, maps that are 30% off right now, or at least it will start on the 28th, and they are as follows. The A10C-2 Tank Killer, the F-16 Viper, the FA-18C Hornet, the JF-17 Thunder, the DCS Supercarrier, and the Channel Map, and rounding out the options here are the Mi-24P Hind. Now, all of those are Eagle Dynamics products outside of the JF-17 Thunder, which is a third-party module from Decker Ironworks. So it was very nice of them to contribute to the sale. And that's a nice little aircraft. I've spent a little bit of time in it. It's quite a neat little thing, and I need to spend some more time on that and get to grips with that particular aircraft. But so many modules and only so much time, as you know. Now, speaking of how to fill your purse and also your timelines, campaigns are 30% off, at least these ones here are, and there's a good swag of them, and some of them I would recommend. We'll start, of course, with the FA-18C Persian Lion campaign. We have the A-10C Iron Flag Part 1 campaign, the AV-8B, also known informally as the Harrier or Sky Warrior campaign, the F-14A Fear the Bones campaign. I don't own that campaign, and that's one I need to get my hands on. It's a pretty cool looking little campaign from Reflected Simulations. We also did the F-14A Zone 5 campaign, and of course that's on sale as well. The F-5E Black Sea Resolve 79 campaign, the F-86F Hunters over the Yalu campaign, the MiG-21 BIS Battle of Krasnodar campaign, the FW-190A8 Horrido campaign, the P-47D Wolfpack campaign, the BF-109 K4 Jagdflieger campaign, the B-51D Blue-Nosed Bastards of Bodny campaign, and rounding out the options here we have the Spitfire 9 The Big Show campaign.
You'll have to capture this for a video.
Now, these are, of course, some great sales to boost your playing options in DCS World and stretch your budget for the planes and maps you really want. If you're looking for guidance on how to best spend your money in DCS World and take advantage of your purchase miles, there's a video I'll put a link to the description of below from the Air Warfare group, and I do get accused of name dropping. Vladimir Zelensky said that to me the other day. But the Air Warfare group did produce a video just a few days ago on how to best get the advantage of the DCS miles when you're making your spending purchases in DCS World. So nice little video there from Juice. Now, something worth bearing in mind is that we also have a lot of campaigns coming up, including a new Spitfire campaign from Reflected Simulations. He's also working on a new F-14 campaign, which I think will be his third. And he's also working on a Mosquito campaign. Just before I started my renovation process about a month ago, he was looking for a New Zealand voice actor. I did post it on my community page. There is a email to him there that he was looking for. Otherwise, I would check out his Facebook page if you're still interested in that. If you're able to do a decent New Zealand accent, which for the period would be pretty tricky because of the strong British influence, nonetheless, I think he may have found somebody. I haven't heard, but feel free to reach out to him anyway. He may be looking for other people to help out with that. But that's going to lend some interesting realism, and we're seeing a lot of this kind of thing in new campaigns now with voice acting and some really sophisticated cutscenes and all that kind of stuff, really making some nice missions and campaigns for us to enjoy. One that I think is going to be very, very exciting, and you'll be interested to hear this, and that is another Hornet campaign from Bolt & Dragon. It's known as Dominant Fury, and it is going to be basically the next iteration from the earlier Raven 1 campaign, which was a massive success. And it kind of laid the benchmark, I think, and the standard for campaigns in the game right now. Now, a big contributor to that campaign's authenticity is author Kevin Miller, who helped obviously with the Raven 1 campaign and is the author of that book series. Kevin, of course, you may know as Hoser. He spent quite a lot of time on Ward Carroll's channel. He is a naval aviator. And I forgot to put in the blurb here, he did fly A7s, I think, and I think he may have flown Hornets. I could be incorrect there, but that's my understanding. Is he definitely is a naval aviator, and his association with Ward Carroll is well known. Now, speaking of Hornets, a little plug here. I got an email, actually, Barcelone reached out to me several weeks ago regarding a pretty rare kind of campaign, and it's a 2-player co-op, if I can say that properly, campaign, and it's for, again, the Hornet, as I said. It's called Operation Mountain Lion, and it looks pretty cool. The title comes from Phoenix Simulations. I'll put another link in the description below then for you so that you can find the download link location in the DCS forums. And I'll also plug here the trailer, which is on YouTube, for those who want to get a little bit more information about that particular campaign. It really is a nice signal and a reminder of just the breadth of user content that we have for DCS World, which has massively increased of late, and this bodes very well for DCS World users like you and me.
You gotta take, now Prickly, you might still be able to do a repair.
Now, part of this, of course, extends, as I previously mentioned, into the growth that we've seen in third-party products, like, for example, Aegis's Mirage F1. And you may have seen this week another follow-up tutorial from Red Kite, who has kind of taken the role of a little bit of a spokesperson for the company and how to get this bird up and running. This week's video was on takeoffs and landing, and I think I will need to do another video or another news video on all the third-party modules, which looking pretty promising this year. We have a swag of things in the works, and we need to update and see where some of these modules are at. We have quite a selection, and that's just the paid modules. Of course, there's quite a lot of professionally done free modules out there as well, like the A4, the C-130, and of course the Black Hawk helicopter as well, to name a few.
Do you have all your blades while they're turning? Oh, you're moving. Free. And free.
Nice.
And free. Oh, you got it. Oh, watch out for those trees. Oh, God.
Okay, easy.
He made it.
Okay, easy inputs. Don't be ham-fisting it.
Let's turn to ED News Direct, and of course the Apache has been fantastically received by the community. The ED team have reminded us that they're working on some voice command systems for the AI co-pilots. And we're talking here the Petrovich system for the Hind and also the George system for the Apache. They expect that this system will be able to react to certain player commands while also automatically spotting and reporting targets. They have an intention here to have a variety of different attitude states for the virtual AI pilots with corresponding voice lines for the same events, which is pretty cool. Now, at this juncture, my own flying of the helicopter, I'm taking a slowly catchy monkey approach. For those of you who are unfamiliar with that, I believe it's a British military term. As I get to grips with the flight model, and I'm not going to get sucked into overreaching my experiences just yet. In my opinion, for me and my timeline, it's going to take a while to master the art of flying the helicopter properly and learning how to navigate and getting comfortable with the control setup portion before I start just jumping into the weapon systems and playing with things that I really shouldn't do until I feel I've got more mastery of some of the other more basic things. So this week, of course, was really busy for me, and I really didn't get a lot of flying time in. By the end of the week, I was actually pretty tired, and I wasn't in the mood for complex learning, which often these modules require. As previously stated, I think the module is one of the better ones out there right now, and the depth of experience is such that this is going to keep you occupied for many, many hours. We are very, very fortunate to have so much input from real pilots on the aircraft and other subject matter experts. Obviously, I urge you to review Wags' really good videos. He does have a knack for producing very, very good tutorial videos and explanation videos, and also other SMEs like Casmo TV's videos on aspects of the aircraft that are proving challenging. One of those appears to be the trim function, which seems to be befuddling some customers, as an example. So there are some good videos out there now. I'm a little circumspect on some people producing tutorials within a week of having the module. Myself, I want to take a little bit more time to get used to this aircraft and become much more comfortable with it before I certainly would embark on more professional examples of my own flying. So we'll see what happens with that. Now, I'm not familiar with this multiplayer server, but ED plugged the Black Shark Den servers. They also have their own Discord, apparently. And this week's newsletter indicated that they are dedicated to basically all things helicopter. The team are running 3 servers across various time zones to accommodate players from around the world, and it's supported by various SMEs, primarily here former or even current helicopter pilots on various platforms or aircraft platforms and different civilian and military backgrounds, both here in the US and also in the UK. Now, the team use basically a ranking system to categorize the pilots who are looking to get into the server, and they evaluate them and train them using real-life training processes. So I imagine it will be both pretty challenging and also potentially a lot of fun. And if that's something you're interested about, well, do check them out. I think this brings us really to the end of another DCS situation report. There are snippets of news here, there, but I wasn't really completely comfortable with the information that was coming out as being fully tangible or worth reporting on just yet. There are some cool things, as I said, bubbling in the background, and I will update when those things look a little bit more ready to taste. So a shorter video this week, obviously, as ED allows the Apache to percolate, and of course the community gets to play with the new toy and gives them a lot of feedback. As I said, it has been a phenomenal introduction for this module, and I'm very, very impressed with what they've done. I applaud the work that they have achieved with this, and even though it was delayed several months, I think it was worth the wait. The aircraft is a lot of fun to fly. It has its own challenges, but it's not as difficult to fly as what I was expecting, and it's a relatively easy startup, and there's a lot to delve into in terms of the submenus and all the rest of it, and that's just going to take some time to get to grips with. But when you look at how professional it is, the system that they have set up for the AI, George, and the ability to use a wide variety of weapons, terrain, and different types of flying that you don't get with the jets, I think they've done a fantastic job. So big shout out to Eagle Dynamics and to Wags, who's put in a lot of work, and of course all the subject matter experts who have contributed to this fantastic module. Well, I think we'll leave it there, and again, take care out there, everybody. I wish you all well, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and put a comment in the section below about your own experiences with Apache. Let me know what you like, what you're struggling with, or maybe something that you don't like with it, or maybe you're waiting for another module, and let me know what that is. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time on the DCS Situation Report. Cheers.